Now, it was before 2019, he came back. We said, okay, now, we are ready to give you structure. I was very grounded in politics. I was grounded, but I had no $1 million with me. But the man who made $1 million is going around looking for people who help him to have a structure. It's the one who gave him that structure that Cheyina became governor in 2019. Now, I want to talk about G5. You see, G5 was formed in the basis that, look, we said the South, President Buhari hasn't had 8 years. It is natural that the presidency should go to the South. Of course, that's why I say, when you play game, sometimes it boomerangs. People like Atiku and the rest of them thought they were too smart. They now took the chairman of the party, led by one another crook. One, they call him Dr. Ayu. He knows he can't sue me. I've said it severally. This is not the first time.
Yeah, but for the fact that you are on national television, not just one channel,
no, but everybody
so
knows.
many networks.
I've said it more than 20 televisions.
Yeah, but you can't call somebody a
no, but let him
without...
sue me. No, but he took bribe from Atiku in Lagos.
That's another one.
No, let him. He knows now. What is that? Look. We know ourselves. We know ourselves. I mean, for me to say this, he should know that he should have sued me to court up to now. He can't. But anyway.
Your Excellency,
no, let me finish.
Are you saying crooks know themselves? Is that what you're saying?
If you're a thief, don't you know yourself? A thief should know himself that he's a thief.
But are you a crook? Because you said he's a crook. You said he's a crook. We know ourselves.
No, the point I'm making, we are in the same party. We are politicians.
Okay.
We know ourselves. We know who is who.
Okay.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
Okay.
Because people would think ourselves.
Those who would think that are those who already have something in mind. You know, all I'm saying is that we're in the same party, we are the same politicians, we know who is who. So, we say, look, you cannot have chairman at the same time have the presidential candidate. Like Sheyi said, we had several meetings in London, where even when we agree with Atiku, before he came back, they changed their mind. It's okay. If he does not resign and allow the South to produce a chairman, then there'll be a problem. Of course, you know that time, they had this belief that President Buhari was supporting them. So for them, everything you say, we have already won the election. We said, we are not going to support you. And we will not support you. And PDP failed. It's not that we're happy, but let there be justice. Let there be fairness in whatever we're doing. So, G5net, let me tell you one thing that you should know. When we agreed on this, Sheyi's problem was the issue that he was not giving ministerial slot. Even when he was saying, you can see the anger. You can see the anger. You don't need to tell anybody. We told him, listen, calm down. We went to that. That's one of the issues why we went to see President. To say, look, sir. And President said, look, I'm the president of this country. Just take it easy. There are certain factors I may not have considered. However, something has to be done. Made that. But again, already he has made up his mind. So this issue of, in fact, I remember now, there was a time the Rivers Ijo had a reception for me in Port Harcourt here. So when autumn, that was just to bring you back, when autumn, the former governor of Benue, they went to speak. He said that, look, we are going to support president to do second term. Sheyi Makinde, now, in Wednesday, replied on page of this paper that, why would you say such a thing? I called him. I said, yes. Even if he says so, you don't need to go and react. All he would say, let's call it meeting. This statement you made, it's too early to have made it. But for you to do this, you are showing as if there's a division amongst us. Like I said, frustration has come. And sometimes too, and you know, having made that $1 million early, he reacts. So, because when he looks back,
Red Bull gives you wings.
Could it be possible, sir, that all along, for a very long time, at different instances, Governor Makinde had shown to other members of the G5 that his own political interest, his own political future was completely different from that of the members of the G5?
Sorry, noticing this, like I said, when we met in Lagos, George's Hotel. We met in West Carlton, where I used to stay. We have met in his house. We said, look, you are the governor we have now. Whatever that is going to happen in the Governors Forum and the caucus meeting, let us know, before we go for such meeting, we'll be able to know what to discuss. He never one day, and that's how we came to realize that he's behind removing Senator Samayan was to make sure he achieves the total control of the party. It was when we now saw that, look, this guy has a different thing in mind. And for us, I've asked him one day, listen, if you are going to run for president, tell us. We are the ones here that are going to make it happen. I'm not going to run because it would be unfair for me to go and stand in an election against the person who has appointed me. I mean, at least I have conscience. Even though people were rumoring, oh, the council of Wike is going to run, you don't do this kind of thing. Now, and I told him this. I want the South to see the president. But if you run now, how would you not think that you will do only one time? Will you go and negotiate with them that you will do one time? It's not going to work.
How would they trust you?
How would they trust you? Because you know, once you have the power, it's a different thing. So they will prefer for the president to even finish the 8 years than you to come and do 4 years, and then later you blame for that you want to do second. Let us. This has to be planned well. You have to be careful. But like I said, money can make you not to see well. You know, the kind of money the governors have now, we never saw it. That's why most of them make mistakes. They think everything is about money. When they look this way, look at what that has come. In all my life, as governor for 8 years, I have never received a refrigeration account throughout 1 year. I've never received 1 or 2 million. Never. The records are there. This one now, you see, don't you wonder, even states, who you thought that are now making budget of 1.something trillion. Why? Because the removal of subsidy by the president, which was a bold step, has now made money available to the states. And so most of them are blindfolded. And I tell people, money has its own limitation. Money has its own limitation. It's not everything. People say money is everything. No. The areas money can go. But goodwill can go. Goodwill can go. So it's not everything that you think money will work. No. And you know Nigeria, it is unfortunate. Now that Nigerians know so much money are in the States, so many Nigerians are very smart to see that they have their own share from the cake. Yes.
But
if I had the kind of money they have now.
You know the value is not the same thing, though.
What is value? What is value? I mean,
What's the value?
Excuse me. Let us not use this exchange rate and this. I don't care about that. What if I have today, whatever you may say, I have 500 billion naira in the state account, or I have 500 billion naira in FCT today, you will not believe what I will do with it. How much do I get in the FCT? I get 1% of the share that federal government gets. Take for example, if federal government gets 1 trillion, 1% of 1 trillion is 10 billion naira. That is not enough to pay salary. What do? I go back. Our entirely generated revenue. So, but look at what has happened in Abuja. So it's not a matter of value. People, that's the argument. People come up with, oh, you know, what's the exchange rate of this? That's all. Rubbish.
Honorable Minister, I know you are going to open a vista which will enable road to begin to take us in the line of silly deals, real estate and all of that. But before you get there, still on this Nyesom Wike, we've had through one of them, although not a member of G5, but somebody very close to you, former governor of Ekiti State, who actually said that the real reason you went to the villa for that G5 meeting was Wike, and it had to do with persuading the president to assist Oyo State over the bombings that took place at that time. Is that correct? And actually, that
Parisha was not did not go with us. What we went to see President for, with all due respect, is look, she is getting too,
confrontational.
Too confrontational, and I've said it's not necessary. Let's go and see President. There's no need you challenge the President because he didn't get this. The other things you will get. And who President to be? Yes. The other things you will get. But, you know, like I said, because he has got of his man. You know, one baffles me. You said that I told President I will hold PDP for you. Okay. Assuming, though not considering, assuming I said so, assuming. In Yoruba land, you know that the president is a bomb. Is not correct?
Is that
I'm not a Yoruba person. Assuming, and there was such a meeting. Is that what you can come out in the public and say that somebody who is not for Yoruba is saying that, look, sir, I'm going to help you to hold PDP for you to win the election. I said assuming, even though nothing like that. Me who said that, I've not gotten the kind of support she got from the president. I'm not. I have not gotten one approval of that. But she went to president. The same man he is talking about that did not give him minister position. Let's say you come and say, what I don't like in people is trying to say, show evidence. It's not the issue of show evidence. Say, can you look up to God? Did not apply to president for a grant of 50 billion, who the president approved for you. Can you, in your conscience, say so? You did not. Can you, in your conscience, say you did not collect such money? You know, everything we like to politicize. I told President, I'm not to hold PDP for you. Me, that's holding PDP for President, I've not gotten any such grant. You, that you are angry, you have gotten such a... But the point is that you can be helped through several ways. One of such ways, the President look at it with this. And that's why you think that that's not enough for you. And so, I will not lie to you. I would have told you, yes. Go and go from autumn. In fact, they all called me when they had this thing. They said, what kind of rubbish is this? How can he say that we went for a meeting and then I said this? I can. In any case, who does not know my position as regards to Tribu's president? Nigerians have had me say severally, I'm going to support so how would I now go and tell him, President, don't worry, I will hold down PDP for you? It doesn't make sense.
Let me ask this question quickly before we go on our break. Is it such a bad thing for the president to give Seyi Makinde a ministerial slot? Remember, his supporters, the candidates of the PDP lost the National Assembly elections because he was working for the president's candidacy. So people voted APC, top to bottom. Okay. So now what Seyi Makinde and his people are saying is that out of all of them, the G5 that came together, you are the one who has been benefiting tremendously from the president. Others have been fed nothing except the ambassadorial appointments that they gave a couple of them the other day. So is this such a bad thing for somebody, for the president to say, Seyi, you helped me, you delivered Oyo State gave more votes to the president than other states in the southwest. So is this such a bad thing to give him that minister?
No, see, it is a bad thing. Let me tell you. When you say that PDP lost because he was working for president, why didn't PDP lose in Rivers State because he worked for president? Who took out the National Assembly seat? The president won. It's not the same election. That is not correct. Remember, the president also is a Yoruba man. There's also that sentiment that we have to vote for our own. It's there. It's there. So it's nothing to do with because you work for president. That's how you lost out in National Assembly. It's not correct. If that is the issue, then we would have also lost out in National Assembly here. Wait to the same election. We told our people, vote for president, National Assembly, don't vote for APC. And we achieved it. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong in president giving you ministerial slot. But mind you, he's a president. There are things you don't know that he knows. If the president has called you and said, look, listen, there are other things. When he said me benefit, what did I benefit? The benefit is that the position that will come to Rivers State, take for example, REC, National Population Commission, will you be given to anybody other than Rivers people? That is the outcome. The position that will go to NDDC, Rivers State must be represented. Will it be given to, because you're a G5, you go and give it to somebody from Oyo? No. No. As a minister, I have a duty to also make sure those of them who were all together also benefit in other ways. It's not only appointment. Like I said, why did the president give such an approval if the president does not mean well for him?
But you benefited the Treasury single account, which...
What is my benefit of single account? Using my money. That, as a president, look, if you want anything to improve in FCT, pull us out for a single treasury. What is the essence of single treasury account? We are not revenue collector for the federal government. So why should we be a single treasury account? So it's not personal to me. It's for FCT to move on. And they have seen the benefit. So when you say I benefited, what did I benefit? It's the resident for me to do my job, which I'm doing today. If we are still in a single treasury account, it would have been difficult to carry out some, because at that time we don't have we can't go to bank to borrow. Because the bank will say, what is the collateral? The money will not go to them, it goes to central bank. But now, we're putting out of single treasury account, we have access to go to the bank to solicit. We will deposit our IGR, collect social amount of money from our IGR every month. Give us this loan to be able to carry out our infrastructure. So that is the benefit. It has nothing to do with personal. No.
All right, we're going on a break shortly, but I'm sure Rotus will... the minister is talking about...
yes, we're still on Seyi Makinde.
Yeah.
So I want to clarify if Seyi Makinde, from your perspective, is someone who can be trusted, right? You've said he's lied about the meeting.
Yeah.
The $1 million seems like an exaggeration. The mention the amount of money the states have made. Made from hydro after the subsidies are removed, right? 2.4 trillion last year to 3.6 in or 2.
That Mr. President, by his own magnanimity, approved this for you. Approved this for you. So it now behoves on your people to say whether such a person can be trusted or not. Whether if I don't trust, am I going to vote? Yeah, no. But if you say politically, as we concern political relationship, I'll be afraid. And you know, one thing with me, I need to ask anybody. That's why it's difficult to have long-standing relationship with me. Why? I hate anything that has to do with distrust. I hate anything that has to do with, look, I'm doing something, and I say, look, me and Ben have agreed on this thing. And then I see the step Ben gets taking, which is not in tandem with what we have agreed. I have to be very careful with such a character. In fact, I wasn't in the situation to even go and lie. It could have been if you have even said, we, well, that's what I'm discussing, that I said so. Well, I was okay. But to say that we had a meeting with the president, first of all, who had those in that meeting? You said Chief of Staff, you didn't mention former governor of Abia. You didn't mention former governor of the Benue. You didn't mention former governor of Enugu. What was the purpose of that meeting? Who called for the meeting? The president called you for the meeting. We went and said, look, we want to see president. And president said, okay, come to the house. We went to the house, as usual. And he said, look, sir, we are still available. We'll still work together. Said $1 billion. Who knows what my business is?
All right.
$1 billion. Did he pay my school fees? Did he pay all your state people their school fees?
All right, Minister, we need to go on a quick break now. We know it's your in-law. He can choose to call you by your first name if he wants to.
No, that is a disrespect. That's not my name. That's my father's name.
Okay.
He cannot do that. He has never done that.
Okay.
He don't know how much it takes.
All right.
Forget that he's a governor.
Okay.
He gets more money than FCT.
All right.
He said that he has not.
Shall we put on the lead? Shall we put the lead on it for now? Let's go on a quick break. When we come back, you've been issuing this threat of January. Politics will start in January, and it's as if everybody's running up and down. What is going to happen in January? When we come back from this break, that will be our starting point. We're on a break now.
what has been happening back home here in Port Harcourt. One of the incidences that happened this year was the state of emergency declared in your home state, which you had said you were not happy about. But much later it was seen that peace was achieved. Some truth was gotten to. But in recent days, it appears that that is now shaking somewhat. It appears that all is not well at home. So this is coming on against the backdrop of comments by the governor of the state, Nyesom Wike, that it seems that he's now been given the all clear to join the All Progressives Congress. Is this a part of the plan? Or is this something that has happened behind your back? Is this something that you are aware of? Because the comments that you have made in recent times suggest that you might not be happy with that particular development.
I cannot say I have any right to stop somebody from associating with any party or whatever. And from what you've said, there's nothing left that anybody will say that why you still want to remain in PDP because of the leadership tussle. The only thing I say is that so many people think that when you say your mandate will stand, that gives you automatic ticket. And that's what I said though, that does not give any automatic ticket. You have to work, you have to earn the ticket for you to be able to represent your people. So many governors have left PDP. I have been accused, if you remember, so many governors have accused me that I'm working for APC to be able to destroy PDP. But the same people have also left PDP to go to APC. So they're not surprising that my governor had to go to APC. No, they're not surprising. It doesn't mean by clearance. I'm not the owner of APC. So it doesn't mean by clearance for instance. In that trap, you saw that assembly people left for APC. You saw that all the party council chairmen left for APC. I mean, it's natural that the governor will also have to leave for APC.
Yeah, but the comments you have made suggest that these are developments that you are not happy with. So, for instance, in recent times, you had a meeting with leaders from Obiakpo and other local governments around the Query, saying that we cannot be used and dumped. Agreement is agreement, and other such comments. And people are suggesting that this has to do with the defection of the governor. This also has, and you can correct us if we're wrong, does this have anything to do with your relationship with the president? Because there'll be questions as to who's using who and who's dumping who.
No, it has nothing to do with the president. That's all. Let me make that clear. It has nothing to do with the president. I have to go to talk to thank people. Remember, if you are not in the States and you are away, the likelihood that people may want to be able to change their mind towards your leadership. And then you find out again that despite the fact that you're away, people are still willing to be with you. And this reminds that, look, go back to them and say thank you for standing all this period. And because to show gratitude is one thing that God loves so much. And if you show gratitude, the likelihood that you get more things. So what I said about that is that, look, and so many things were rich, and we believe that the other party, the assembly, and the other parties have been able to, play their own part. And it's expected that the governor and some people should be able to play their own part. If that part is not being played, and then you think that the only way you can achieve it is by saying, okay, let me join the party where the president belongs to. No. What was saying, look, there was a truth. And certain things were agreed. And there's a need for you to fulfill those things. And the assembly should also be able to fulfill their own part. So that's what the point I'm making, not a question of using me and dumping me. No, that has nothing to do with that.
So as a follow-up to Mokwe's question, one of the contentious areas of the disagreement before the before the state of emergency was imposed was this issue of structures. And so this morning we saw on TV that the governor has sent emissaries to his local government to collapse the PDP structure there to APC. And so is structure likely to be a fresh point of disagreement between you and the governor?
I don't know about collapsing. The chairman of the council there is APC. And like I rightly told you here, there are 22 local governments. After the 22 local governments, you have about 20 being APC and two being PDP. The likelihood that those two will join APC. And if they do that, it means that working together, they have to collapse whatever structure they have. First of all, when you say you are joining the party, there was something you have to offer, right? Like some other states did. The governor is moving. You have assembly to move it. You have council chairman to move it. You have party chairman to move it. You have national assembly to move it. But in this case, these people have already left on their own, by their own volition. The National Assembly was one that took the first decision. Remember, when the National Assembly defected before, they did not defect. All they said, on your mandate, we stand. That is not defection. Because all they said, they are going to support Mr. President. And then the night came out to say, well, this time around, they supporting Mr. President, we have to join his party. And the same thing has happened to the other candidates of PDP who said, look, we're also defecting to APC. So it has nothing to do with the local government collapsing APC, PDP structure. For here in River State, I can tell you, we have always maintained that Mr. President will be supported. Whether you are in PDP, whether you are in APC, all of us have maintained that we have to support a president. This is not the first time. We did it in 2023. Even when we were PDP, we supported Mr. President. But the point I'm trying to make is that so many people are now thinking that the moment you shout on your mandate, it becomes that is automatic that you have a ticket. I don't know. Supporting president has nothing to do with that. We are supporting president. Does not mean that we must have automatic ticket. We are supporting president based on certain factors which we have seen severally.
Let me just butt in here. The question people are asking is how much longer do you have left in the PDP with all the people around you, the local government chairman, literally all the local government chairman in your state in the APC now, your governor too in the APC, federal lawmakers in the APC. So how much longer are you going to remain in the PDP?
Oh, the main fact that people have left and gone to APC does not mean I have to leave. No. It's not correct.
So are you a member of the PDP?
I'm a member of PDP. That's why I'm still there. That's why you see he's not happy.
Even when all those around you, all your foot soldiers are all in APC?
No, it's not correct. That you're a member of the assembly or a council chairman or a member of that assembly does not mean that there are no other persons. It's not correct.
But that's what constitutes the structure in the real sense of...
Well, you may think so. But there are also structures in terms of party. There are also structures in terms of party.
So if you are working for the president and you are not a member of his party, and the governor is a member of his party and is working for the president, do you think that at some point there may be clashes, particularly as to who decides what? When he defected, for instance, we saw the party's national machinery moved in his favor to receive him.
Where?
It was registered with so much fanfare, giving membership 001, and he also declared and proclaimed himself the leader of the APC in Rivers State.
Can I tell you something?
Where does that leave you?
Can I tell you something? When he said fanfare, he came to APC with who? He said, what is 001?
That's his membership.
Let me tell you, there's nothing like in the state 001. You register in your ward and your local government. It's in your ward. So if you are 001, it is in your ward. There's nothing like state registration called 001.
No,
there's nothing like I've registered in the state as 001. Everybody registered in his own ward.
My baba, they always say, for market, every day get your own wahala. Sometimes people go on scam, but Baba say no be by gra. With OPay payment, your money go enter sharp, no story. One day we no see phone again. That's star 955*131#. Baba press and lock account. We no fear for this our hustle life. Now OPay be the people payment shield.
There's something to the rule. And is a rule.
And the leader of NMPP in Kano is Kwankwaso.
So let's not go into all those kind of things. See, leadership is not because I'm a governor. Leadership is not because I'm a minister. You must have something that makes you a leader. Today, if I say I want to go to APC, that will be the end of even talking about it. I'm not going to. You will see other states. You will see other states joining. Leaders in other states who are in PDP will join. That's what they call a leader. I'm not a leader that's concentrated in the states. No. If today I say, look, gentlemen, we have had enough of PDP, we have to move. Watch those who would the camp in Benue. Watch those who would the camp in Plateau. Watch those who would the camp in